Once upon a time, in a village nestled in the heart of a lush forest in Africa, there lived a king named Eziani. He was a just and fair ruler, loved by his people. King Eziani had one child, a daughter named Adana, who was the apple of his eye. Adana's mother had passed away when she was just a baby, and the king had raised her with the help of the village elders. As King Eziani grew older, he began to think about who would succeed him to the throne. According to the village's customs, only a male child could inherit the throne. But King Eziani had no sons, and he couldn't bear the thought of his kingdom being ruled by a distant male relative who might not have the people's best interests at heart. So the king made a bold decision. He would prepare Adana to take over the throne. He began to teach her everything he knew about ruling the kingdom, from diplomacy and governance to agriculture and trade. Adana proved to be a quick learner, and soon she was accompanying her father to important meetings and ceremonies. But not everyone in the village was happy with the king's decision. Many of the villagers believed that a woman couldn't possibly rule the kingdom, that she would be too soft and too weak. They petitioned the king to reconsider, to name a male successor instead. King Eziani stood firm, however. He knew that Adana was the best person for the job, and he was determined to see her succeed. But as the days turned into weeks, the villagers' protests grew louder and more intense. They marched through the streets, carrying signs and shouting slogans. They even threatened to leave the kingdom if Adana was allowed to rule. Despite the opposition, King Eziani remained resolute. He knew that he had made the right decision, and he was confident that Adana would prove herself to be a wise and just ruler. Finally, the day came when King Eziani passed away, surrounded by Adana and the village elders. Adana was heartbroken, but she knew that she had to be strong for her people. She took her father's place on the throne, and the villagers gathered around her, waiting to see what she would do. At first, Adana faced opposition at every turn. The villagers questioned her decisions, and some even refused to obey her commands. But Adana persevered, using her wisdom and compassion to win them over. She worked tirelessly to improve the kingdom, building new roads and schools, and establishing trade relationships. Slowly but surely, the villagers began to see Adana in a new light. They realized that she was a capable and effective ruler, and they began to respect her for her wisdom and strength. The kingdom prospered under Adana's leadership, and the villagers came to see her as a true queen. Years passed, and Adana's reputation as a wise and just ruler spread far and wide. People came from all over to seek her counsel and to marvel at the prosperity of her kingdom. And Adana, proud and strong, sat on her throne, knowing that she had proven herself to be a true leader and that she had made her father proud.